Be somebody you're gonna be proud of in 40 years, guys. Enjoy your fucking self. Live your life while you can. Please, that is my challenge. Hashtag live your fucking life challenge. Let's go. All right, what's up, guys? Today, we're gonna check out these twisty roads. Today, it's gonna happen. Today is beautiful. It's 80 degrees. Things are going well, bruh. Louisiana is like a place you could actually live at this point in the year. I'm really fucking excited about the winter. A lot of places people won't be able to ride. So it's gonna be like what? Like the Southern Hemisphere and me making YouTube videos, and I'm just going to take over YouTube. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how that works, right? No one has ever made motorcycle videos in the winter before. I'm the first, right? Correct. But anyway, the topic I want to cover on this video is the permanent mental changes that happen to motorcyclists. You know, motorcycling changes the person. It happens slowly. You know, there are certain changes to our mentality, to our beliefs and everything that motorcycling does to us. The first of which, I didn't write this on my list, but it's something I thought about on the way here, is you know, one of the things I like most about motorcycling is it just asks more of me. It asks me to pay more attention. It asks me to try harder. It asks me to make sure I'm caffeinated, make sure I'm not sleepy, make sure I'm feeling good. And it's going to reward me for all of those things. And I really love that. That helps you stay safe, stay in the moment, stay enjoying yourself, stay healthy. You know, you give some and you get some. And I really like that. That's probably one of my favorite things. I never need any substance to have a good time on motorcycling, you know? You know, maybe you've been watching sports for the last 30 years, and which I regard as NPC behavior, but I get it. Like, sports kind of capture the imagination of a lot of people. But, you know, did you see this weekend the football guy? He threw the ball, man, and I know it's called football, but it's actually really surprising that sometimes they touch their foot on the ball and he kicked the ball. Man, the ball went far, far, T. This is the conversation I hear people have every single day about the same shit. Such NPC behavior. Anyway, in general, for the people to enjoy that, they generally get really drunk. Get drunk, get high, you know. I just think football is so played out. If you're a fan of football, you know, no offense, but all offense meant. So another thing when it comes to motorcycling, I feel like, I don't know if it's like our upbringing or like Disney movies making us feel, but, you know, everybody feels special, different. We're this snowflake, which is totally different from all the other snowflakes. My snowflake, I'm such a special snowflake. Everybody believes they're different. They're not the same as everyone else. They're special, right? But look around. Look at the road. How many people are on these? You know, being a motorcyclist actually makes you special, actually makes you different. It's the physical embodiment of the belief that a lot of people have. And I think they wrongfully have. Like, oh, you're special? You're different? You drive a truck and you like football? Really? Really, bro? Oh, you go hunting and fishing. My God, yep, you're right. You are so out there. And, you know, it's not that, you know, you get a motorcycle and then you're the most unique guy in the world. No, but you are different. You are part of the minority, you know? And that's cool. Like I said, the physical embodiment of being different, being more unique, being more interesting. And once you are, you know, you become the main character. And all of these other NPCs seem so boring. I read a meme once and it was like, it's hard to know that you contain a multitude, but then you talk to other people and you can tell they only contain a single tude. And I think at the bottom it said like, I can tell, every time I can tell. And that's kind of how it makes you feel. Like, you fucking normies, you look down on everybody else. Like, okay. Like, oh, you want it to be interesting and different, so you lifted your truck. Wow. There's a lot of offensive things probably I'm saying that are going to be offensive to certain people, but I mean, do you guys feel the same? Am I alone in judging people who want to get out there? You know, they have their midlife crisis and all they get is a nicer truck. Does that seem fitting? Is that really fulfilling, guys? Okay, if that's you and that gives you happiness, I am not opposed to anything that brings people happiness, but are you wasting your time, guys? I don't know, you might be. Sometimes I feel that way. Another thing, you know, the mental shift that occurs when you get a motorcycle is, you know, what is fast? It redefines fast. Because, I mean, dude, a lot of people in this world who believe a Nissan Altima is fast. I swear to God, it's hard to believe, but it's true. I see, there's a Facebook group, Big Altima Energy. By all means, go in there. And there's like 40% of the people in that group don't realize the group is making fun of Altimas. And then 30% is, Altimas are so fast, man. I rode in one time. That thing was fast, boy. These people exist. I'm just saying. And, you know, having a motorcycle being truly fast, because, I mean, dude, you can get a 60cc motorcycle that'll beat the performance of that Altima. And anything above 60, you know what I'm saying? Anything above a little Grom, and even a Grom is pretty damn fast. This redefines fast in your mind. It raises the bar to what is considered fast. And it raises it, honestly, so far in some individuals that, like, oh, your bike only does 140? What a slow piece of shit. We've all been there, bro. I used to own a liter bike. I'd say the same stupid shit. But it's just crazy. So yes, it redefines what is fast enough, what we think we need as far as performance. And yes, we can go a little bit too far, but you know, bikes just are so fast. And fast bikes, you know, 200 plus horsepower, are just mind-bogglingly fast. And honestly, too much. But I've owned them. I understand why other people own them. I'm not opposed to it. Just saying, it shifts our mentality. And that's not something you're going to get from fast cars. I actually tried that. I had the liter bike, and I sold it to build my car. My car is like 760 horsepower at the wheels, all-wheel drive. It's pretty fast, man, 42 PSI, and it's just, even that, it's not the same as a bike. I believe that car will beat this bike. I haven't raced the two. One day I'd like to, maybe get a friend on my bike and see, because I'm not putting anybody in that damn car. There's just something about it. Even if this thing is slower than the car, there's so many situations where it is so much faster, you know, just a nimbility, you know, just, I don't know, like being able to go through yards and have fun, just leaning into turns and everything. Speed just feels different on a motorcycle. It just does. And, you know, 60 miles an hour on this feels like 120 feels in the car. And it's just, it's so nice and so refreshing to be able to have that, to be able to get that same enjoyment, that same feeling of speed, perception of speed at a lower overall mile per hour, because it's so raw, it's so visceral on the motorcycles, and that's something it's really hard to mimic. Maybe like open cockpit race cars would do that. I don't know. I've never been in one. Maybe karting. But as far as things I've experienced, you know, motorcycling is superior in every way. For the feeling, the visceral experience, it's really hard to beat. Another shift that'll happen as a motorcyclist is you'll find your priorities reordering themselves without even really meaning to. It's like you have a list of 6 things you need to get done in the day, and used to be that one thing was number 2, but now that you have the motorcycle, that one thing is number 3. And you know, it just pushes things down. It's like, I have some things I want to do in the day, and riding is definitely one of the biggest priorities. You know, when you have a day off, when you have some free time, when it's a beautiful day. And that's one thing that you'll see. You know, your priorities will get reordered, and it's not always good, but it always happens. Just 6 gear. I've never been on this road, probably pretty stupid to push it too much. Which is why I'm not, you know, dropping gears and shit. Just riding out that torque of this bike, man, it's nice. I saw Yami Noob did a video recently. I think it's his 2nd time reviewing an XSR. This one's like a stock one for him. And he's like, I can't find flaws. And I'm like, I know. I say the same thing. It's a really fucking nice and fun bike. Where's the flaws? This is a cool road. This is the one Cody told me to come check out. Apparently there's like a river snaking around here. Maybe it's the Vermilion River. I'm not sure. Got a couple shots of it earlier. I wish it was literally right next to it, but this is cool. This is beautiful. But yeah, riding does that. It reorients your priorities. It's going to reorient what you do with your money. You know, maybe with your car, you put off those oil changes, but with the bike, I almost guarantee you don't. because you care about it. You love this fucking thing. It's even fun to work on, right? So it reorients where your time, where your money is, and it's because of the rewards you get from it. If it didn't make us this happy, we wouldn't do all that. We wouldn't go out of our way, but it makes us so happy. We want to care for it. We want to maximize time on it, and that's what's so beautiful about this. It's a gift you give to yourself that continues to give and give. One big mental shift that has happened for me since riding is just worrying about small stuff so much less. It kind of puts things in perspective. You know, things that you used to think were a big deal, things that really used to bother you, things that you'd worry about, that all falls by the wayside. I call it hang-up defense, you know, where little things used to snag you and hang you up and get you hung up. Those things don't affect you the same way anymore. You know, your girlfriend of 3 weeks breaks up with you, your friend that you hardly ever talk to is ghosting you, your co-workers talking shit a little bit. Bro, fuck those people. I have access to a private amusement park every single day after work. I just get on the thing and it's my own personal amusement park, my own personal flow of dopamine. It's a fucking fire hose worth of dopamine right into my veins, into my brain, just squirting off in there, making me feel great. It's hard to get as hung up on other little things. Now, you know, you have something serious happen to family, to friends. I mean, this isn't going to take you out of that. And I've mentioned that in another video. You know, if you're really dealing with some stuff, you know, the motorcycle won't be able to help you, but man, it makes it so much more smoother over the little bumps, the little hurdles, which, you know, sometimes if nothing else is going too terribly wrong, a little hurdle can feel pretty big. Not if you ride a motorcycle. That little shit, you forget all about that little shit. You walk by, they say that thing, yeah, but you didn't ride here on a 120 horsepower race bike, did you? And you can laugh it off because you know, at the end of the day, this is what's taking you fucking home. At the beginning of the day, you know this is what's taking you to work. On your day off, you know that this is what's gonna bring you to the goddamn playland that is the highway system of our country. This is such a great friend to have and build such a baseline level of happiness. Not total happiness, but man, this will get you 30% of the way there. And for some people, that's huge because, you know, once you start something, it's easier to continue. And you just start the day happy, it's really easy to continue on and have a great day. That's what this gives me. I walk into work smiling, and even if I'm walking out of work sad, pissed off, tired, I'm still walking out of work smiling again. What's the price you would put on that? For me, that price I'm willing to pay is higher than what I do pay right now. Speaking of that, I think one day soon I'm going to do like a price breakdown, you know, what it costs me total, you know, to buy it, to finance it, the insurance, the maintenance items, all the modifications. Just break down all that stuff, maybe like a basic monthly cost of fuel and everything, and then like what I've spent overall, you know, is it worth it? And if it is worth it to buy it for you, is it worth it to modify it and how far? I think I might make a video like that. Maybe this might be the last thing I want to mention, but another shift that has occurred is it puts me in a mindset of like chaotic good, which I think is like the most interesting alignment when it comes to like D&D characters. If you guys aren't familiar with the chart, it's like, you know, this is the one that's like lawful good, lawful neutral, you know what I'm saying? There's like 9 different choices, and I think the most interesting one is chaotic good, right? A person who's willing to break the rules, push the edges, but still overall is still a good person. And for me, that is what this helps me embody. You know, I still feel like I'm a good person. You know, I still do good things. You know, if I see an animal or somebody on the side of the road that needs some help, I'm willing to help, you know, friends and stuff like that. But at the same time, if I'm on this and I'm on my way to help a friend, you know, I'm willing to, you know, maybe break the law in a couple of ways. And on a motorcycle, it doesn't matter what motorcycle you get, you're going to be encouraged to break the law again, break the law a little. And, you know, some people push it too far, but I think there is an acceptable way by which we can push things, you know, maybe break the speed limit, here or there, have a little fun, and you know, that's the fun of it. That's what's so fun about it. Like, what's so fun about motorcycling? Crime is what's fun about it. If I had to tell you, it'd probably be crime. That's one of the reasons we're always looking so closely at these cops. Like, because in the back of your head, you're always scared. Like, can he read minds? Does he know what I just did? Does he know what I did last week? Because that is truly terrifying if somebody could. And one of the reasons I'm so scared of electronic cars, I think it's cool in the future, but I'm so scared that one day, you know, every car has, like, most cars will be having people in them driving themselves, and even if you yourself are not driving a car, those cars all have cameras, you know? So it's not just Ring doorbells watching you everywhere that you go. It's also going to be cars full of electronics and full of surveillance equipment, you know, watching everybody on the road. And maybe overall that'll be good. Maybe less people will die, less people will get hurt. But, you know, this might be the last hurrah. This might be the last time in our lifetimes. And if not the last time, you know, we're coming to the end of it. We're coming to the end of internal combustion engines. And what's so cool is, as we're coming to the end, these companies still want to provide fun machines. And so what they're doing is putting this equipment on, but then upping the power to where it's still fun. And so once you take that equipment off, you have an even faster bike than you did before, thanks to emissions, which is kind of fucking crazy and backwards. And that's if you can take it off, obviously. In every place, you can't always take it off. So it's not all good things, but, you know, this is just a crazy time. And, you know, one day this won't exist. One day we won't be able to modify our internal combustion engines the way we can. So I say embrace this time. This is going to be the heyday. This is going to be the time in engines that we are going to talk about to our kids, to any kids. We're going to be in the front yard screaming about internal combustion engines whenever we're fucking 80. But how you act now is going to define what you can say. Are you going to say, oh, I remember those days, but I drove a truck to work every day? Or are you going to say, I had a fucking race car, I had a fucking race bike, I had a custom, like, do that shit. Be somebody you're going to be proud of in 40 years, guys. Enjoy your fucking self. Live your life while you can. Please, that is my challenge. Hashtag live your fucking life challenge. Let's go. I am heavily digressing from all of the points I wanted to make in this video, but can you tell I'm having a good fucking time? You will too. Get on a goddamn motorcycle today, guys. That's the end of the video, guys. I really appreciate you. If you liked it, if you've seen another video, go see another video. If you've seen one of the previous and you watched all the way through this one, hit the fucking subscribe button, guys. I seem to be at the precipice where I gain a subscriber and then lose a subscriber. Fuck that, guys. Please subscribe, like the video. I love you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Later, y'all.